Good morning to the officials of the Ministry of Education, our Principal, Mr. Thomas, Vice Principal, Ms. Howe, Guest Speaker, my mother, Ms. Charles, representative of our tutor, present and former members of the academic and non-academic staff, PTA and Aranguez Junior Secondary Alumni Representative, students, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We made it, not just across the stage, but through every obstacle that led us here. Our story as a class is one defined by resilience. It's the story of trials turned into triumph. Let's be honest, it wasn't a straight path. It felt more like an obstacle course. There were water issues that shut down the school, teacher strikes that left us in limbo, and surprise online classes where we were expected to function while half asleep and buffering. At times, it felt like the school system was testing our patience more than any exam ever could. But we endured, we adapted, and most importantly, we grew. Because that's what trials do. They shape us. Just like when you're running down a road and you trip over a stone, you remember, you lift your feet a little higher next time. You move smarter, stronger, wiser. And that's how you go from a stumble to a stride, from confusion to clarity, from trial to triumph. Now, I may not have been here from the very beginning, having joined in Form 4, but honestly, when I first walked into this school, I was nervous. I'm not the most outgoing person. Actually, making friends and starting conversations, those things never came easy to me. I worried about fitting in, about finding people who would accept me. But what I've learned is that it's not about how long you've been somewhere, it's about what you make of the time you have. And somehow, along the way I did. Though my time here was shorter than most, I still accomplished a lot. Found some of my closest friends and created memories I'll carry for life. I'm proud of what I've achieved in this brief chapter and grateful to have been welcomed as a part of this incredible journey. To our parents and guardians, your sacrifices are the foundation beneath every step we take today. You were our first teachers, our silent cheerleaders, and the steady presence we often took for granted. Thank you for the late night pep talks, the packed lunches, the unconditional love, and yes, the when I was your age stories that, believe it or not, taught us more than we admitted. To our teachers, your dedication was not always met with perfect silence or punctual submissions, but please know, it was met with appreciation. You challenged our intellect, tested our patience, and inspired our growth. You didn't just educate us, you cultivated resilience, curiosity, and purpose. We hope the future we're stepping into becomes a reflection of the values you instill in us: perseverance, discipline, empathy, and integrity. Now, to the class of 2025. Let's take a moment to relive our top 3 most iconic moments. That one time power went out mid-class and we're like, is this a sign? Should we go home? The teacher who always asked us to blow this up for him, when in reality, he just wanted us to zoom in. The time someone said, I thought this assignment was due next week, in front of the teacher, on the due date. We've laughed, we've struggled, we've crammed the entire syllabus into a single night of studying, but we've done it together, and that's what matters most. So here we are, standing at the edge of what comes next. We enter this chapter as teenagers trying to find our way. We leave as young adults who have not only endured, but emerged transformed. Our journey wasn't linear. It was chaotic, messy, interrupted. But in that chaos, we found courage. In that mess, we found meaning. And every trial we faced, together and alone, carved the path to our triumph. To our families, our teachers, and everyone who helped carry us forward, thank you. We don't take your love or your labor lightly. To the class of 2025, this is not just the end of school. This is the beginning of becoming. And while the world may feel uncertain, I know one thing for sure. We are not defined by what we've been through. We are defined by what we've overcome. And we are stepping into the future, not as survivors, but as conquerors. So here's to the laughter, the lessons, the late nights, and the lifelong friendships. Here's to every scar that became a story, every failure that became a step forward. Here's to us, class of 2025. We didn't just make it, we made history. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those